The Cloudinary Node.js SDK allows us to take advantage of transformations and management right inside of our Node.js environment. To install it, we'll first use npm to install Cloudinary. Once in your terminal, run npm install Cloudinary, and alternatively, you could use Yarn or whatever package manager you prefer. But once it's finished installing, we should now see Cloudinary listed as a dependency inside of our project. Where first, we need to import Cloudinary into our project, so we're going to use constant Cloudinary is equal to require Cloudinary, where we're additionally going to tack on a .v2 to make sure we're specifying that we want to use version 2. Now, alternatively, if we're using imports, we can import our destructured v2 as Cloudinary, where we're going to take that from our Cloudinary package. But for whichever one you choose, we ultimately want to set up our configuration, so we're going to run cloudinary.config, where we're going to pass in a configuration object, where at a minimum, we want to specify our cloud_name, where we can grab our cloud name along with our API key, API secret, and API environment variable right inside of our programmable media dashboard. But once you specify your cloud name, we'll now have access to Cloudinary methods such as cloudinary.image, which we'll be able to use to create our image transformations. As an added tip, we want to make sure that we add to our configuration a secure value of true to ensure that we're using HTTPS when we're creating our URLs. For using management tooling such as uploading, where we will need to use our API key and API secret, we can define those values right alongside of our cloud name, but you should be sure to use an environment variable such as Cloudinary API key, where you would store that API key inside of the environment variable to ensure that you're not exposing that inside of your code. But once you have your cloud name, API key, and API secret all defined, you'll now be able to use methods such as cloudinary.uploader.upload, where you can upload media to your Cloudinary account. Now, alternatively, instead of specifying your cloud name, API key, and API secret separately, you can use the API environment variable by configuring the environment variable Cloudinary URL to this value that you can copy right inside of your dashboard. So in review, in order to get productive with Cloudinary inside of a Node.js environment, we can use the Cloudinary Node.js SDK, where after installing Cloudinary, importing it into our project, and running configuration with all of our credentials that we can easily obtain right inside of our programmable media dashboard, we can use the SDK to manage and transform our images and videos inside of our Node.js environment.